when you put negative things out there, expect negative things back.
Facts.
Shoot, I get negative things without even being negative on my
that's the
platform. So
internet.
it's like I could only imagine if I was out here being just a rude, nasty person, then that opens the door for people to want to just be rude and nasty to you. And a lot of people already have beef with influencers, kind of.
Yeah.
Because they don't trust us. You know, there are some influencers who they probably do lie because they're getting paid or whatever. But people have to learn how to use their discernment. If you see an influencer post a food place, okay, and then you Google it and it has 3.7 stars, you should use your discernment to say, I'm not going to go there. It has 3.7 stars. Even though this influencer said it was good,
right?
I'm not going to go there.
Welcome to the Your Peak Life podcast. Let's conquer the summit of life and reach the apex of our potential.
Guess what, guys? Yeah, we're not in the typical studio anymore. The new studio here for Your Peak Life podcast. What's going on, DJ Julian Rivera? Edgar the Sphere Munez is in the house still. Yes, we're still tag teaming. But we had to christen the new studio, new couches, new awesome fridge, Bluetooth speakers, the whole 9 yards. This is like very creative. It was Edgar's idea and Edwin's and Mike's, not mine, but it's really bougie. Microphones are the same, though. We had to bring those over here. New backdrop. And a brand new guest. So check this out. Just not anybody, all right? You've seen her on TikTok, YouTube, IG, FB, X, down the street, around the corner, up and down, in a favorite restaurant. You've seen her all over the place, but more importantly, you're going to see her here right now. Stormy Blue is in the house. Girl, thank you for being here.
What up? How you doing?
Thanks for having me. Thank you for having me.
That's what's up, Stormy. So we appreciate you coming on. This is our first episode in our new studio, okay? Cool. So we appreciate you being here for this monumental moment for us. We have 90 episodes currently out right now. We're gradually getting to 100. So now that you're here, we just want to know about you, because I see you everywhere, girl. Mm-hmm. Like we see you everywhere. The world, Edwin sees everything through that big ass head of his. But to be fair, we see you a lot all over the place, and we love what you're doing, from the vibe, from the creativity, the content. Just, Stormy, who are you? Tell us who you are.
Well, I would say I am Stormy Blue. I'm a vibes vlogger. I like to show people things to do in the 757. I'm a daughter. I'm a Navy vet. I'm a cat mom. And I don't know. I kind of just, what I do through my content, having the passion to like go out and just try new things. I mean, that's really kind of who I am to my core. So
hold on. Can you do your intro?
Oh, hey, Storm Chasers.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, true story. Like, I've been following you, and like, I'll be checking out restaurants and stuff like that. And then I didn't put two and two together. Because when he told me who we were interviewing, this was a while ago, right?
Oh, okay.
And then I was like, oh, shit, that's you. Like, seriously, like, you're out there.
Yeah.
Like, you're the only person in Hampton Roads that I see doing these reviews and everything out here.
Here, there, everywhere. And I will say, like, there's days where I'm in all 7 cities in one day.
That's dope, though.
Yeah, like all 7 cities.
And you reside in Hampton Roads, right? Hampton Roads is your hometown right now, right?
Yes.
So you're telling me that you have 7 meals a day? That's what I just heard.
No. Oh my gosh, no. But just doing different things. Like I feel like I'm always everywhere, whether it's I'm meeting with a friend somewhere, I'm going to a restaurant, I'm going to a client, I'm going to a review, like whatever it is, I'm always everywhere. That's
super dope, man. And you started really going heavy into, let's just call it the food influencer, vibe influencer world when? Like what year?
I would say heavy, probably 2022.
Okay.
I would say 2022. I started like posting more and actually like was focused on, I guess, growing the following a little bit.
Yep.
I would say over the last 2 years is when I guess I kind of just started, I don't know, getting a lot of like recognized for it and different things like that. So
that's good though.
Yeah.
So post COVID, you're like, you know what? Let me try and do something. You were already doing it. You made it a prime focus, right?
Yeah, because I saw something there. You know, I had tried to stop a lot of times.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't want to really do it like at times. So I tried to stop. I would like, even though I started, I would say like end of 2020. I would post like once a week, maybe. That's why I'm like, I would go hard later on. But like, I used to post like once a week, maybe every couple weeks.
Yeah.
I was not taking it serious at all. But then some way, somehow, like the following kept growing. People kept requesting it. People kept wanting more and more and more. So,
you know, like, well, for me, when I found you, it was on TikTok. So when, you're scrolling, I see your video. Oh, that's a dope spot. and then the algorithm just keeps sending it to me, right? And then it was like, hey, Storm Chasers, hey, Storm. And then I was like, all right, cool. So these are some cool spots. But I only follow you like on TikTok, as far as that's really where I'm usually at, just killing time. But which platform was the one that took off for you first, that you noticed like, okay, I should take this one serious, grow?
Instagram.
IG.
So TikTok at first was like the platform where I got my name really. Like I grew kind of fast on TikTok, but then the algorithm is so funky.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, it's hard to, like, I went through I just stopped posting on TikTok actually for a while. Like I just started posting on Instagram only. So TikTok would probably get one video every so often, but TikTok was getting videos like every week, multiple videos, because I just got tired of it. I was like, I'm sitting over here posting, getting like 1,000 views. I'm not even about to waste my time.
Facts.
So I just was like, I'm going to go hard on Instagram. And that's why I think I have such a divide, like 80K difference between platforms, because I was just going harder on Instagram and just kind of neglected TikTok for a bit. I just started posting back on TikTok consistently, maybe like earlier this year, where I was like, okay, let me just start posting consistently, because I noticed, oh wow, all of a sudden the algorithm's back going. So I was like, okay, let me just start. It doesn't hurt.
Now, Navy vet, right? When did you get out?
Last February.
Oh, you just got out.
Well, happy Veterans Day, right? But,
right.
Like,
happy Veterans Day to you.
Dang, that's crazy. Okay, so what about, obviously, prior military vet? How was all your all the people in the Navy? Like, were they supportive? You know, because sometimes leadership can be a little
They were supportive. I feel like I had a good run while I was in my chain of command. You know, I'm the type of person to where I never, like, unless you notice me or know me, you probably never know I do what I do. I don't go to restaurants, ever say who I am. I never introduce myself. Oh, I'm a vlogger. Even when people ask me what I do, I'm like, oh, I do social media marketing. I don't really get into the influencing aspect of it. So at work, it would more so just be like, people just notice me walking around the command and be like, oh my gosh, wait, I see you on TikTok. Till this day, people comment on my videos and be like, man, I forgot you were at 106. Like, you were at the command. So
dope.
It's cool. Like, but my chain of command was very supportive of
That's
me
cool.
and what I was trying to do.
That's huge, because usually it's the other way around, right?
Yeah,
Haters gonna hate usually.
It depends
they
on the
could really
command.
do.
Yeah.
And
That's
I kept
cool.
it so separate. Like at work, I handled my business.
Yep.
Like I was on point. I was very good with my naval career. So at work, I was on point. But then outside of work, as soon as I was off, I was content creating. So
Gotcha. That's what's up. And the Navy is what brought you to Hampton Roads, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Got you. And you've been here for how long now?
It's been like 10 years. I kind of lose count at some point, like 9, maybe 9 years. Yeah.
So you're local now, basically.
Yeah, basically.
You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm here
I was
for
like,
sure.
did you change your ID? Does your
Yes,
license
I
say
have
Virginia?
a Virginia
That's
license,
it. It's
but
official.
I still have my Cali license.
Oh,
I still,
well,
so,
hold
you know,
on. Where are you from in California?
San Diego. So
am I. I grew up in
still-
IB.
Okay. Oh yeah. Southeast San Diego.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Wow. Look, small world. Yeah. So I still Cali girl to this day.
Yeah.
But I think that's what actually helped me with my platform here, was the fact that I had a different outlook and approach of the Hampton Roads area. So when I started posting, everything's so new to me that places locals wouldn't think to go to, or places they wouldn't find so interesting, I found it all cool. So I think that's what actually helped me grow my platform, was that different outlook.
See, one thing that, and this is the East Coast, I'm from here. Like, I'm as local as they come. And then Edgar and I talk about this a lot. Well, really, anybody that I know that's not from here, I take a lot of the stuff locally here for granted, because I've been around it my whole life.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then when a different perspective comes in here, aka someone that's not from here, and they decide to like build a family and start being here for a minute, because they're like, well, this is super dope compared to where I'm from, regardless where it is. I'm like, damn, I think I've really have been taking that for granted for a long time. I mean, I say we have the ultimate trifecta here. One, we have the biggest military presence in the country. We know that, right? All branches are represented here. 2, we have one of the top 10 tourist destinations on the East Coast with Virginia Beach. And then 3, we have history, aka Williamsburg, Jamestown. This is where the United States was really founded, going back in the history books. So we have something that's huge that I always took for granted, that I know is like right down the street we have this, right down the street we have this. I go to the beach more when I'm out of town, which is ironically, and I live 15 minutes from the damn beach. You know what I mean? So it puts in perspective when I hear other people's ideas and thoughts from why they want to make this their home. I'm like, you know what? We do got a pretty damn good place we live here. And especially when we're looking like restaurants and things, right? I always look at when I go to New York or DC or Cali or whatever, y'all got some cool I want to say trendy, ahead of our curve
Yes.
style, but mad people are bringing that style here now.
Yeah.
They're just more mom and pops, not like the big marketing budgets and the companies that are out there. And then when I see stuff like you and other people post, I'm like, I need to check that out because I just didn't even know it was here.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I think is one of the biggest things that's missing. Like in California, we don't go to the major chains. It's usually the mom and pop restaurants, and it's like you don't really find them. Like you could go there's a street down there, right, Chula Vista or whatever, and it's just mom and pop restaurant, taco shop, bakery,
Yeah,
whatever.
literally.
That's where you go.
Yep.
Whereas here, you don't see it as much. But like when I'm searching, right, best Puerto Rican spot or something foodie.
Boom.
But
Right.
I don't blame you. Like, I don't blame the locals here for not appreciating the area as much as people that aren't from here, though, because I feel like it hasn't always been this way. Like, even I can remember when I first got stationed here, the growth in the amount of time I've been here has been insane.
Yeah.
You know, so I can only imagine 20 years, you know, from today, like how it was compared to 20 years ago in San Diego. You know, I think it probably was different. So I do think the 757 is the underdog. I think it's the underdog because, you know, it's taking a little time to get there, but then things like Atlantic Park and all the new businesses coming here and the creativity and the social media, like everything is popping off on TikTok in Hampton Roads right now. They're trying to make it more tourist. I think it's the underdog, but it's really gonna continue to grow and rise. And honestly, with the weather, like global warming sucks, right?
Facts.
But when's the last time we had like a major snowstorm here? When's the last time that we've had like very crazy weather here? It's freaking October and it's 70 degrees outside, you know, like it's kind of changing here where, you know, more people are starting to migrate and be like, wait, what they got going on over there?
Yeah, I get the people that don't know, like myself, right? So when I joined, my A school was here in Virginia. So I was here in 2000. So I got to see Virginia then, which was even different, way different from the time when you got here. And to see it now, like the dome and all of that, like that's super cool. And when we have people just visit, like we take things for granted. Like we're just driving down the street to have lunch or whatever when some family was over, and they're like, "Wow, look at the jets," and we forget. We're just so used to jets just flying around. Oh yeah, there's a carrier just out there in the ocean, just floating by.
Let's go to Nauticus. You can get on a boat? No way. No.
We forget about all those things, right? Like you could just go park and watch the jets land.
Yeah, my dad came here to visit me for the first time, and he loved the area.
From Cali?
I took him to DC and everything, and he loved it. He was obsessed, and he was also obsessed with the culture here too. You know what I'm saying? Just specifically for I've always said like the Black community here, and it's something that we don't really have a lot of in San Diego.
Different culture.
So, different culture. It's very diverse in San Diego, but there's not a lot of Black culture. So when my dad came out here, like it was a culture shock to me. But when my dad came out here and he just saw like all the Black people, he was like, oh my gosh, it's Black people everywhere. It's crazy. My sister did the same exact thing. My sister came out here and visited me. She's like, oh my gosh, this is a Black-owned business? This is I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh my gosh. So it's little things like that, I mean, people don't understand and grasp, but I appreciate all of it, from the people to the culture to the diversity here. You know, the Hispanic community, the Filipino community is growing here as far as the businesses they got. Like, I see the vision of the 757, and especially when it comes to the creatives now, the art scenes. So I see it all. And
it's one of the most diverse places in the world, in my opinion. That's not a 5 million plus population. You know what I'm saying? We do have a little bit of everything. You know, fun fact, we gain and lose roughly like 300,000 people every year in the area. And we have right around 1.3, 1.4 million people in Hampton Roads, just the 757, not Williamsburg, not Smithfield, stuff like that. So when you're talking about the population, you know, a little over 1 million people is dope, but almost half of that's in Virginia Beach. You know what I'm saying? Then all the other 6 cities have that population, but every city has its thing, and it's a little bit of everything. I think that's one of the things that when we have the Pharrells, we have the Tim, we have the Missies, we have the AI, we have, you know, all these dope athletes and artists and creatives in general. Now we have these, which allows more people to get more access to gain whatever they're trying to do to put stuff out there. It really helps put us back on the map. So back to, you're saying 2000, I mean, I was born in New York, and I've been here, they moved down here when I was in 85. Like, I've been out here ever since. military. My uncle's Marines came here. We just never left. So I'm as local as they come without having a birth certificate from the hospital right across the street I grew up from. However, I'm never going to leave. For what?
Right.
We're centralized in the East Coast. I can go up and down. The only thing I really wish we had was a true international airport.
Right.
That's the only thing.
Yes.
That's the only thing.
They're doing some little upgrades.
Hey, Breeze Airlines.
I mean,
yeah,
it's-
they're doing some little upgrades
I'll take
here and
that.
there.
They got a Breeze like nonstop to Vegas and nonstop to Cancun starting in January.
Yeah,
That's
they
dope.
fly to, I think, San Diego and Los Angeles.
Nonstop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
you gotta
pretty
have
sure-
some.
Okay.
But I've seen Richmond to the Bay.
Yeah, but we got to drive 2 hours to Richmond.
I'm okay with that than
Okay, well, I'm
making a
not.
stop.
I'm bougie.
Yeah, I do like flying from Richmond too. I like flying from there. But I mean, I think that the area, like we said, it has a lot to offer and it's expanding. And I mean, I'm excited to be here. Like I said, every year I think it just is better and better. I don't have really any complaints. And like how I brought up the weather comment earlier, the only thing I could think of is the weather in San Diego
Right.
that I always miss, right? But now it's like the weather here before it was like, I'm not moving there because it gets snowstorms and it's snowy. And now it's like, I don't even know when's the last time I've really seen major snow here.
It's been a minute.
Yeah,
It's been a
like
minute.
we look forward to the fall leaves and
Yeah.
everything. You know, like the San Diego weather's cool. It gets chilly, but not cold. But also,
It's actually getting colder there now. Last
right?
time
And
I visited,
hotter.
it was getting colder.
And
My dad
hotter.
is like, oh my gosh, like, San Diego 50 degrees is like, oh my gosh, why is it 50 degrees here?
Right.
And I'm like, well, now I've been in like 20, 10 degrees, but I'm like, that is cold for San Diego.
Right.
So
I mean, it was cold in Vegas. I was there last week. It was not cold, but it wasn't what it should
it's
be.
a different
right?
cold.
It's definitely a
it's
different
definitely
cold.
different
that
cold.
desert.
So
that
I'm gonna ask a different question here. It's like if you weren't currently in the position that you've built yourself to be in, what else would you do? Like, what's a vision that you'd want to do and be? And
Honestly, maybe psychology.
Okay.
Psychology, sociology. I'm very big in the brain, human mind, how people think, and I'm very big on sociology. Like, I love exploring just why do people do the things we do, you know, and a lot of it deals with culture, environment, surroundings, all that type of stuff. So I think those are the two things that I would have probably got into
nice,
if I, didn't stay in the military.
right? And then with all the content you put out there, you do all your own editing too.
Yeah, editing and
Crazy.
all that stuff. So
Nice.
I do that. I edit my own content. I edit clients' content.
That's good.
You
that
know,
expanded
No.
so
that.
I do content all the time. So.
Nice.
So having you here, I just got to ask this question. So I don't know anybody else that does it at the level that you do. But when you first started, right, were you asking permission or do you just set up your tripod or your
I
your
was
camera?
going regular, like just have my phone out. I was just going regular, just doing it just to do it. Like,
So what motivated you or got you to because I can't see myself, right? That is
It's work.
just recording myself
Yeah.
for real estate. It's
I mean,
tough.
your head doesn't fit in the camera, so I don't understand why.
The Navy actually almost hired him. It's a big old dome. He
you
speaks
guys are
echo
funny.
also,
you guys,
sonar.
you guys are ridiculous.
So no, but that takes some guts to set up, record yourself, and
Well, I
review
never
some food.
really have a full setup. Like I
just the phone?
Like rarely I'll go to a business and actually have like lights and different things. I just my phone,
Okay.
and I have it down to a science where, sometimes I'll be with content creator friends, and the way I record, we all have our own different styles.
Yep.
But the way I record is kind of like sometimes they're like, I don't know how you just recorded like that in all your videos. Like I can just be like, boop 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 boop. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, they're
And
good.
then they'd be like, okay, but it's just because I know
Yeah.
exactly how I'm going to edit it and what I need
Yeah.
to
and,
capture.
and to be clear, she's not like this crazy character or anything like that you see out there.
Yeah, like I just kind of do just my own natural thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll talk in the videos, it just depends on where I'm at, or it honestly depends on how I feel and what I'm trying to exude from the video.
Now you're heavy local when it comes down to the restaurants and everything, right? But when you travel, are you doing the same concepts? Like, are you taking you're in DC, you're in Cali,
Yeah.
or whatever. Are you doing the same work there just for your content, for your channel?
Sometimes, but not really. Like there's a lot of the times when I go out of town and I say I'm going to vlog, I say I'm going to do this, but unless I'm specifically there to vlog, like when I did the recent Richmond itinerary,
Yeah.
unless I'm specifically there for that, content's probably not going to be the best because sometimes I'm just in the zone and it's hard to balance like going out and doing all the things I want to do and have
Yeah.
to like focus on getting content because it takes time.
It
takes time to sit here and and it takes away from my friends and all that stuff. So yeah, no, but I do plan on doing more travel vlogging. But again, that's stuff that I'm specifically going out of town for the purpose of vlogging, not just to go have fun.
But on that point too, people are they're reaching out now. Like obviously social media is not just local, it's worldwide, right? So then have you put out there just like on your channel, hey, I'm traveling to DC in 2 weeks. If anybody needs anything, reach out. And anybody hit you up to do that yet? Or is that an idea you even thought of?
I haven't done that, but I have had businesses like around the areas reach out to me, send me emails. Hey, would you like to come here? Would you like to go there? But it's just more so a matter of me wanting to travel there, me wanting to go there. You know, I just got reached up by a city or by a hotel somewhere. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to just save y'all in my back pocket, basically, because I just don't feel like driving up there, you know, but I will probably travel there at some point and then plan a trip out of it and have content and need a hotel stay or, you know, but I don't just do things just to do it because the opportunity comes up. Like I'm very strategic on that. Unless you're offering me a lot of money, then I'll go ahead and, you know, take my little drive, you know what I'm saying? But it just, if it's not that, then it's like,
compensation drives motivation at the end of the day, especially once you build a platform. You see what I'm saying? Like you understand your value. And that's a lot of the times when we talk to not just our agents, we talk to other people that once you've really started building it, even in the beginning, it doesn't matter. You have the value, right? But especially when you be consistent and you have proof of concept and your resume has been built and you can be more selective. Just because you're getting hit up every damn day doesn't mean you need to say yes.
Yes.
You know, and that happens to a lot of us. You know, even like we'll talk in real estate for a second. We don't say yes to every client because it might not mesh with us. You know, they might mesh with our other agent and we're going to give the agent a shot, or they might just be whatever the case may be. It's the same concept with me DJing. I can't say yes to every venue. Yeah. I used to. You know, don't get me wrong. There was a time I was doing 5-6 nights a week, girl. Like I was spinning. But that was when I was only doing that, right? And that's when I needed it. That was when I was on my grind trying to do it. Now I'm still on my grind, but in a selective way that's going to help enhance the brand that I've built for myself. Kind of like what you're doing.
Because you worked for that, though. You know, you worked to be there. You took the sleepless nights. You took the client that nobody else wanted. You did all that work, you know, the leg work to be able to be selective.
Correct.
You know, and sometimes I think that's just things people might not understand. Not everybody understands that you're going to have to put in some hours and you're going to have to put in some work. You know, you're not just going to get major content deals off of posting a few videos here, a few videos there. No, you're going to have to, you know, get out there. And so the same thing with y'all in real estate, with everything, like you said. So.
Yeah. Is there any satisfaction, like you see a business blow up because of your, you know, your trip there?
Define blow up. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, like a little mom and pop shop. Is there any satisfaction in that? Like you go to maybe a small bakery or something, and next thing you know, they might hit you back up like, "Thank you, business has gone up."
I've had business owners, you know, message me saying like they were going to have to like close their doors, or they're working a second job just to like cover bills and. You know, they've been very grateful and very appreciative. So it does feel good to have a hand in, you know, somebody's life.
Yeah.
You know, somebody's life that this is their livelihood. And I was able to give them hope. I was able to, you know, give them that motivation. And I was able to help them from not closing down their business. So there's a lot in that. And that's another reason why I don't post negative reviews. You know, there's a lot of people who always are like, all you do is post places that, you know, are good. You never say something's bad or this and that. And it's like, that's because at the end of the day, you guys want stuff for clickbait. You guys want stuff for clickbait. You guys want stuff to be funny, but this is people's livelihoods. And I have to sleep at night if I have some people not going to someone's business because I said, oh, this food was nasty, this and that. Like, that's something that I have to live with. So my page is to be positive and a positive influence only, not negative. Unless somebody messes with me, then I might be like, okay, now I got a problem with you.
I mean, and to be fair, if it wasn't that good, you don't even have to post it, right?
There's plenty of places I go to. I spend a lot of money, okay? There's plenty of places I go to. There's lots of places that I haven't posted because I'm like, it's just not that. There's places I post on my, I have like the little channel, the chat on Instagram. Yeah. There's places I post on there that I don't feel like I call them not feed worthy. And I post them in that to say, hey, I think this place was cool. Here's what I like about it. Here's what I don't. Yep. Check it out at your, you know, own thing. But I don't think it's feed worthy because when I post something on my profile, sometimes people don't even really listen to what I'm saying. They don't even they don't read the caption. So when I just post something, people automatically just think like, I'm gonna go
Facts,
there.
yeah.
Because Stormy. So I just don't even want to deal with that. So the places I post are places I believe you should go to.
Right. And then too, there was an example. I'm gonna butcher this, but my wife, her name's Myra, and she's the one that actually introduced me to you a minute ago. And there was some dessert place. I forgot what it was, but it looked dope. Like, hey, let's go there. Went there the next day. There was a line out the door. She couldn't get in because of what you did. I don't know if it was the next day, but it was very, very quickly after that. And then she read somewhere some lady drove down from Richmond trying to get the same joint, and I'm like, that's dope that you can influence somebody that way. But like you're saying, positive energy. You know, karma pays both ways, good and bad, right? So it's not like people opened a business to be shit. You know what I'm saying? Like their intention was to scale, make money, and make sure that the clients are happy, right? So everyone has a bad day. Sometimes stuff happens. Maybe that cook had a bad bat. I don't know. There's a million scenarios that can go on. But do we need to call them out? I'd actually rather have a conversation with the owner or the person like, hey, you might have had a bad day. I'm down to give somebody a second shot, right? Now, if the second shot, the third shot's trash, we have a completely different conversation. But usually they would respect that because sometimes they just don't know. You know, the goal is to cook it the way it's supposed to be or make it the way it's supposed to be. And how it's supposed to be something that people would pay for over and over again. It's not just bad. But then sometimes it could be service. It could be that one employee. It could be whatever, right? There's so many things. And this is coming from a person that used to own a restaurant that I can say that it's a make or break. But restaurants have like a 90% failure rate, which is one of the highest in any industry. So the people and it's one of the easiest kind of to get into because they feel they can cook, but the permits, the licenses, the health inspections, like there's so many hurdles that they have to stay on top of consistently. That's why you see some open today and close tomorrow because it's a lot, man. Unfortunately, it really, really is in the restaurant world. And if you don't have a little bit of bread and the know-how from a mom and pop perspective, you gotta try because in the first 6 months that'll make or break you. Straight up, it really, really will.
Well, now that I know where she's originally from, now I could take her critique on Mexican restaurants a little more serious.
I did a series on it, man. I don't know if you saw that. I did a series on the best tacos with
That's
Marvin.
all I need
He's
to
from
hear.
San Fran. Yes, I did a series on it, and you know, I'm always looking for the best tacos that remind me. There's actually a place called it's like 619 or something in Portsmouth, and
I wonder why, right? 619.
Listen, they asked me to go there, right? They asked me to go there to review their Mexican food, and I'm like, listen, I don't know because I'm from the 619.
Yeah.
So if it's not like home and your name is 619, I might be like, no, sorry.
Yeah.
It's just, so I don't know. I'm no shade to them. I haven't been there, so I'm sure that they could be good. But I'm just like 619. You're kind of talking about my city, like that's
I'm gonna have to go. I'll go there for you.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah, we were in Austin and there was a dope place, a taco shop, and there was like you're just walking and it's an alley and there's neon lights, and I was like, that's the place.
Yeah.
And you walk in, it's a bar, no bigger than this room, and then there's a door. You go through the door, and it's like you're behind the kitchen. And it's like a vibe when you walk in. You turn the corner, and it's like you're in Tijuana, right? It's like the big old adobada meat right there hanging, the guy on the grill chopping everything up, and handmade tortillas.
Feels like home.
Yes,
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
and I mean, ask anybody who went, and it was like, I was like, this is what home tastes like.
I know. Every time I go home, I'm immediately getting Jack in the Box and Taco Shop. Okay, those are the two things. And In-N-Out, I like In-N-Out, but I need my Jack in the Box as soon as I get off the plane.
What do you get, crispy tacos?
Sometimes I get the tacos. I love the jalapeno poppers. Give me a breakfast croissant, milkshake. I don't know, just anything
so
Jack in the Box
right.
is like my thing. But, you know, I think when it comes to influencing, like I said, I like to be positive. And like you said, that energy, it exudes. I think people get that from me. They get the positivity. They get my mission. And when you put negative things out there, expect negative things back.
Facts.
Shoot, I get negative things without even being negative on my
that's the
platform. So
internet.
it's like, I could only imagine if I was out here being just a rude, nasty person, then that opens the door for people to want to just be rude and nasty to you. And a lot of people already have beef with influencers kind of. Yeah. Because they don't trust us. You know, there are some influencers who they probably do lie because they're getting paid or whatever. But people have to learn how to use their discernment. If you see an influencer post a food place, okay, and then you Google it and it has 3.7 stars, you should use your discernment to say, I'm not going to go there. It has 3.7 stars. Even though this influencer said it was good, I'm not going to go there. You know, so I think it's just a mixture. It's a hustle at the end of the day. Content creation is a hustle.
Yep.
People are trying to sell you stuff. It's marketing, you know? So not everybody has integrity when they do it. I, though, try to have my platform have as much integrity as possible.
You know, I want to give you some kudos on something. You did amazing with your Stormy food truck area at Cousins Festival.
You.
Like, Antonio's my homie. I've known him forever. Family is the homie. Known him for a long time, too. But that was a great idea. I don't know if it was yours idea, their idea, or you just married it together. But either way, it was an awesome idea to stay hyper local. The Cousins Festival, outside of the artists, obviously, well, some of them is hyper local. You know, it's something to give back to Norfolk, to Hampton Roads, to just make it something dope. Now you brought you in there. They were gonna have food there anyway, right? Why not have somebody that has a dope platform, been working their ass off to develop it, and people know, like, and trust in that realm to add her favorite spots? And I guarantee you, all those restaurants were like, "Thank you." You know what I'm saying? That's just super dope that they're in a position to be able to do that. So I want to give you your kudos because my wife and I enjoyed it. It's like, that's dope. They're all dope. So which one are we going to get? Like, we didn't really know what to do that day.
It was exciting. I think it was a first for them, and I don't know if it's going to happen again with me. Maybe they'll do other content creators, or maybe we will do it again. But I think that it was just a dope experience for them to test it out with me.
Yeah.
And, you know, everybody had a great time. Like, people enjoyed the food trucks. The food trucks enjoyed it. I love this setup. I appreciate them so much. And I appreciate them for doing the Cousins Festival.
Facts.
You know, because we asked for so much. We asked for Missy Elliott to come. We asked for Pharrell to come back. We asked, come save us. You know, we asked all that. And here they are doing it, the work, doing the R&B block party, throwing Cousins Festival. So they are really putting on the area. And then even for the Dome, and then they just awarded Timbaland and Missy Elliott and stuff. I mean, they're doing it, but people need to support.
Correct.
People need to, you got to come out, you got to show love, you got to support if you want these things to work out. The Atlantic Park, you want more stuff like that, you guys got to go. You guys got to go out, and I understand it could be pricey and expensive for some people, but, you know, like for me, I'm going to go see Gunna. I'm going to the Dome. Gunna's coming into town. I'm going to go see Gunna, so I'm going to go to Nami Nori before, get my sushi, walk over to the Dome, have a good concert. That's what it's about, you know? What a fun concept to be able to do that right here in Virginia Beach, that people are, you know, in Miami, or the idea of Miami or something doing, you know, like, it's beautiful. So people got to take advantage of it.
I agree completely. And it's so dope hearing it come from you guys, because you guys are like, you're adapted locals.
Transplants,
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all came here and you stayed because you felt something like, you felt like this was home, right? And that's just super dope to say. But now this area is growing pretty quickly, and there's not much to add to the area. That's why prices are going to start continue going up.
They are, but there's something, like, if you dive into the culture, right? Like, what is Hampton Roads? There's something to do every week.
Yeah.
Like, it's like you got to follow those oceanfront pages, the park, whatever, right? Like, we were out last night riding the bikes with all those neon lights. That was my first time doing that, and I was like, oh, I'm coming in hot next year, right? I'm gonna be lit up next year, right?
Put a light wreath around your dome. That's dope.
I'll light up the streets. But there's the concerts on the beach, which are free.
Free.
And one of the ones I went to, one of the first ones I went to was with you, and that was Juicy J and them. Which is super cool. And it's like, man, there's so much to do. We just got past Halloween, but I mean, Pumpkin Patch,
all the Christmas
farm
stuff coming up.
Stuff. I mean, whatever. Like, there's just so much to do, and people just are not just diving into what's here in Hampton Roads. That's just it.
But
people say this place sucks, but it doesn't.
I think you can agree with this. Like, since you're from San Diego too, it is very hard in a city like San Diego to grow. I have so many friends that they can't even dream of buying a house.
Yeah.
They can't even dream of buying a house. It's $900,000 easy to purchase a house there. They, you know, it's just so hard to grow there and have a name for yourself and become somebody and branch out in San Diego, even as beautiful, as big as it is. But here, I'm finding creatives every day blow up, like even the foodie influencer scene here and just everybody, real estate here. You know, you can actually make a name for yourself and grow here at a faster rate. That's what I was able to do. Would I have been able to have the same platform in San Diego? Perhaps, you know, based off of just, you know, me, hustle, grind,
the consistency.
You know?
Yeah.
But was it easier, I would say, to have it happen here? Yes. I will stand on that. So I think, like, a lot of people just look at 757 as like, oh yeah, whatever. Oh, it's so dead here. Oh, this and that. No one's making anything. But it's like, okay, well, instead you should focus on making your name here, making your mark here, because you want to go to New York so bad. You want to go to Atlanta so bad. You want to go to San Diego so bad. Good luck to you.
Right.
Really growing at a crazy rate there. I don't know if you can, kind of somewhat agree with that.
No, I always tell people in my family out there, because I tell them they got to leave California at some point.
Yes,
right.
Tell them all the time.
They're so stuck with that's where they want to grow up and die, whatever. But they're just running in place. Whereas here, I tell them all the time, I don't feel like I'm behind here.
Yes.
Whereas over there, everything's been established, all the network's been done. I got here just like yourself, no family, no friends. Now we own one of the biggest real estate companies, right? And other ventures. And I feel like there's still more opportunities here than in San Diego.
Yes.
Because now everything's merging. Just so you know, my last house that I owned out there was in Temecula. So San Diego, Los Angeles, Inland Empire is becoming a megatropolis.
Gotcha.
It's all connecting.
Right.
And that I thought I was like killing it. I bought my house for $220,000 in Temecula, sold it for $400,000. Those are all $700,000-800,000. So for me to move back now, I got to spend to get in a decent school district for thinking about my children.
$1 million plus, dog.
Yeah. And I want the pool and I want the nice 3,000 square foot home. Here, for people watching, when I bought my house, it was $400K, pool, lake.
Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna have everything.
Great community.
All the works.
Yeah, I was like,
all the works.
And even for people coming from California, you spend you spend $800,000 here. It's just what you get here is just much more.
Super good. Especially now, I love it because you come from San Diego, so second biggest Navy market in the country, right? We're number one. So average price point, Hampton Road, $362,000 just came out from the most recent report. San Diego, well over $650,000, an average price point.
Yeah.
So you're talking about, let's just call it double for easy math right here, all right? And then population is
you're
least
being
3x.
generous because I saw a report that said 900,000.
I mean, it's high.
You're being generous.
It could be way higher.
even the bottom of the market, the reason why we bought in Temecula, which was 40 minutes away, because everything we were looking at, 200 to 250,000 at the bottom market, 2010, 2011, we were looking at some pretty ghetto places.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And I know real estate. I know some basic real estate then, but I was like, the value's not going to go up here.
No, but where I was getting at is that your BAH out there is way more than the BAH is here, right? It's level based on the cost of living.
Yep.
So when people come and get PCS here from San Diego, they're like, it's only that? Where on the flip side, they go to San Diego and they're like, it's really that? It's like complete polar opposite because it's price shock.
Well, let's do this. When I started real estating here, 2017, and one of my first clients works at Target, and in my mind, I'm so used to California, I was like, oh, they're not gonna be able to buy a house, right?
Right.
They qualify.
Easy.
They qualify. You
And
can
back
buy
then
them.
was even better. That was when closer to 2 at the time.
200,000 easy, nice little rancher and everything. So it at that point, that moment right there, like it just like you got to leave California behind.
Yeah, you do. I tell my friends, my family, everybody. I'm like, you gotta leave You gotta leave if you really want to kind of get like a head start, And I think that was the best thing. Even though it was the military that brought me here, I'm so grateful for it. It was the best thing because if I was in San Diego, I don't think I would be in the position I am now. Even being in military, the BAH is only like $1,000 more than what the BAH here, depending on rank and whatnot, and that just does not cover what you need. If the average rent there for a 2-bedroom or 1-bedroom nice apartment in a nice area, I'm not even talking about downtown, if that 1-bedroom apartment is $2,500 a month, like for a 1-bedroom, that's just people's townhouses, the houses rent here. You can get a nice house for rent for $2,500. Your mortgage here isn't even $2,500, depending if you got a nice house.
So to the point, as I tell people that come here, it's like, think of Suffolk like a Temecula. People are making the drive, or to East Lake, let's just say. People are making the drive now to get to work because they want to go buy those new houses out there. Yeah. 500,000-600,000 with 3 acres or whatever. And it's the same thing. I see the same thing happening here that I already saw happen in Los Angeles. Say this too. Los Angeles to Riverside, San Diego to Temecula, San Diego to inland Eastlake or whatever. But I see it happening. So in 10 years, I know what this is going to look like.
I feel like I'm with family right now. I feel like I'm going to give you a hug after this.
Yeah.
Because seriously, I say this all the time. I see where this area is going. I preach it on my stories. I always try to tell people all the time. I see where it's going because the crappiest house in San Diego right now is going for $700,000 for nothing. But people don't see it here. They're stuck like in this mindset. But it's like, no, like you said, you see people going to Suffolk. You see Virginia Beach prices. You see everything that they're adding here. You see people migrating, moving here. New businesses are moving here. I mean, Fogo de Chao, the bigger brands, Nami Nori, they're going to come here and it's going to keep on growing. And then people here are going to see a house in Virginia Beach, 600,000, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, it's so expensive."
So my neighborhood now, it's I bought it for 400, and now they sell in the 700s.
Wow, see.
And then everything I'm buying now, off market deals, and we buy and hold. I'm buying in Suffolk. I'm buying in Norfolk or whatever outside of this area because I see the migration. And
oh, you said it perfectly. I've been telling people that migrating. Like I've been telling people, hey, move to Portsmouth, move to Suffolk. If you can buy a house somewhere, because like you said, the migration. When people can't afford to live in Virginia Beach, they're going to migrate to Norfolk. When Norfolk's full and they can't afford to live there, they're going to go to Portsmouth and Hampton and all the other cities. So because you said migration, I literally preach this all the time.
Casino's
so cool.
not here. They're going to be in Norfolk, Portsmouth.
We can only get to a certain point. Like Virginia Beach right now, price point is 410 and higher, right? So the 362 is the conglomerate of the dirt in the ground to the $1 million cribs in the whole 7 cities, right? So every city has its own breakdown. Everybody wants to be in Virginia Beach.
Yes, everybody.
But you're going to get priced out of Virginia Beach, right? And most people are, which is unfortunate, but that's not just here. It's everywhere. You get priced out of certain areas, right? So now, like you said, we preach to all of our people, buy, hold the best you can. If you can't do it, make it your primary first, like you did, and then turn that one into a rental, then rinse and repeat. If you got the VA loan, super dope. That's like the cheat code I tell everybody. Like the gamers out there, it's your cheat code if you're in the military. We'll teach you how to do it. But if not, there's other ways to do it. And we do it like this. Like we're not even a suit and tie brokerage in how we do it. Like we just do it to be more relatable to people. Because as long as we know what we're doing, doesn't matter what we're wearing.
Well, she's prior military, so she
gets
it.
Yeah.
Well, you are our people. Right?
You are fam. So it's like we're preaching that one, and it's one of the boring ways to build wealth, but it's the oldest way to build wealth. You need to eat, you need a place to live, and you need to stay clothes to wear. Those are the only 3 things you need in life to be fair.
So,
right?
Stormy, like if you get a chance, right? Like, I guess what's your future now? Like in 5 years, like what you're doing now there is no boundaries really, right?
You control it.
But I guess what's that look like for you?
It looks like, business somewhere in the creator space and marketing. I have a lot of things that I'm doing offline. So yes, I'm changing my business as far as providing social media content. So I'm a social media manager. That's the business I own, but I want to change it to just kind of do more of a content creation route. That's what I'm working on. So working on that business part of it. And then I do have other opportunities. Like I work for Eventbrite, content create for them, like a part of my business. And then I work for My TVZ, so out here, TV production and things like that. So I guess just seeing where I can fit in the media space. But since I'm on a real estate podcast, definitely investing in more property and doing that. So I did get my first property as more an investment field to eventually rent it out and then, obtain more properties. So I do a lot of research on the market and everything. So
good.
Yeah. And that's the best thing you could do. And it's like the houses in California that I had 15-year loans, sold them all, and the prices now.
Dumbass.
Yeah, no.
They would have been paid off.
Yeah, he's
that's $2 million gone.
But
Bye.
we learn, and all we could do is preach and try to tell people. And, I just hope, like, some people listen, right? Like, stop listening to TikTok saying, don't buy a house, it's a scam. And, if you buy the wrong house, probably it can cost you a lot of money, but you have to look at it. What changed my mindset, the last thing I will say is when I was looking for houses, I always knew the area was going to blow up, but as soon as I was on the market looking for houses and I wanted to live in Virginia Beach so bad, and I'm going to these houses, I'm like, this is $350,000. This I could barely This is $350,000 in Virginia Beach. Are you kidding me? As soon as I started seeing that, and as soon as I started getting, I try to buy like nice little townhouse. It was nothing even too crazy. It was kind of a little old, beat up.
Yeah.
I got outbid cash,
Facts,
like
yeah.
$15,000 for the townhouse. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yep.
Like that instantly. Houses were on the market for 2 days, off the market.
Gone.
And I
Yeah.
said, oh, people online talking about no one's buying houses. Oh, people buying houses.
Yeah.
honey.
They buying houses.
They're buying
I don't
houses.
know where that BS is coming. Well,
Yeah.
we're the thing is with Hampton Roads, we're a top 25 strongest market in the country, and people don't realize that. And we also have one of the smallest populations to be on that top 25 ranking. Our rank from a population standpoint is right around 48. That's my old radio guy coming into play. So we're a top 50 market the Hampton Roads in total, but people are coming here, and it's not just us. There's big companies,
And our
we're
living
seeing
wage
this.
is way better than most big cities.
Living
As an
wages,
aver-
but we're starting to see these big companies that have, like, I just happened the other
Amazon.
day. No, that's not where I'm getting at. Like, geez, shut the fuck up.
dome.
Hold on.
Leave him alone. Look
This
at,
is a
look
skit.
at,
This
yeah,
is a
no,
skit
you
right
can see his
now.
brain working. Look
Hold
at
on.
Okay,
His
yes.
thoughts take a while. Go
No,
ahead.
I'm seeing this literally just happened the other day. One of my boys at PCS tier from Cali a minute ago, he sold his crib. Now he's moving to Florida. We had his house in the market, but a company came in, a company, not a person. Hey, we're buying this, adding to our portfolio. We're going to offer you this house cash, and here's our proof of funds. Proof of funds, $64 million.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, we buy about 3 of these a week. We only close on Wednesdays. You must use our title company. We're going to offer 10K less, but we can close in 20 days.
Yep.
My client needed to close in 20 days. I mean, and they are in a place where they have a lot of equity. So
Yeah.
10 grand is a lot of money, but in this scenario, it's not a lot of money to them
Yeah.
because of what they're going to be netting. Okay, but this is not the first time I've seen that. This is not the first time you've seen this.
Yeah.
So not now these big companies, like, I'm just saying BlackRock is not that, but companies that have the bank like they are, they're not just going after the big cities anymore. They're coming after the second, third, and fourth tier markets because people are migrating, like
Yeah,
you're saying.
they're
You see what I'm
migrating.
saying? They're going out into the outskirts, and we've been this little gem here forever because I've been here my whole life, and now I'm like, we're not gonna be a little gem no more, dog.
not.
We're blowing up to a big ass diamond, and I can see this by the time our kids are our age. These are gonna be $600,000-$700,000 cribs for a shack.
Yeah,
Like, it's happening in Dago, and those shacks in
Yeah.
Dago are gonna be $1 million plus. I can see that.
It sucks.
No, they are.
It sucks. I hope
Or more.
I hope
Yeah.
the locals here, like, one of the things, that's why I am very passionate about it on my platform. And that's why I rep the 757 so hard, though, because I see it. And I think I also motivate a lot of people to see the
You do.
757 the same way. Like, they get excited about where they live. When I see a post and how many people repost my stuff, and they're like, oh man, the 757, we got a lot of stuff. Like, they get hype about their
Yeah.
city. And I hope the locals can get in now, whether you want to start a business, whether you want to start content creating, get in now before you're basically ran out of your own city.
Yep.
Because they will come here, the companies, people, whoever, even
Yep.
bigger content creators than me will probably migrate. They started to move to Richmond now. Content creators, 1 million plus followers leaving LA to go to Richmond. They're going to come here and they're going to take the area over. And
Richmond,
it's
VA?
Yes.
Okay.
Content creators, it's like a thing in the social world. 1 million followers moving to Richmond, and they're starting to migrate here, right? They're leaving LA. And I'm just telling you, like, eventually everyone's going to come here, and it's going to be so hard to get your foot in
Yeah.
for the locals. So I just want them to really see the beauty in their city and take it over now.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Again, I love seeing y'all like.
I like watching you flustered. You're my favorite.
I know you
He's
do.
like, I gotta get it out. I gotta
He
get
really-
it out.
You know what I used to do was like my inside joke when he would DJ and I'd be at the event, and I would be that guy on purpose. I'd be like, hey, can I request a song? Hey,
Hella way.
because I know I'm his friend, he's gonna try to like get it in there, and he's like, all right, dog, all right.
Oh
He
my
loves to
gosh.
he just presses my buttons all the time. He really wants me to look like him bald. That's why he just stresses me.
See,
the hell
there
out.
we go again.
That's where he's going
I
at.
love it though.
But
I'm
yeah.
so happy to be here today, especially meeting another San Diegan.
Yeah.
It feels good when you have that energy. It's like we get it, we understand each other. Like
Yeah, because
where
when
we
I got
come
here, you
from.
know, and I'll say this, the what I would hear all the time is like, oh, it's like the East Coast San Diego. It's like, no, dog.
Oh, it is.
No.
Just 20 years before San
No,
Diego.
no,
was
you're
20 years.
missing hills, you're missing mountains, you're
Yeah.
missing
We're under
desert.
sea level.
Yeah.
But it's growing into the little. Obviously, like I always compare the gas lamp to Norfolk, the waterside district, right?
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah, right.
Things like that. You got the ocean front, all of that, but there's just different vibes. You go to Pacific Beach, that's like a whole strip of bars,
Right,
and
right.
whatever. But there's more landmass over there also.
There's a lot more.
A lot,
Yeah.
lot more. Where here we're just dense.
Correct.
And again, even us who live on this side of Hampton Roads don't go to Newport News, Hampton enough.
To see all that.
There's
going on
more,
over
and
there.
that's where you introduced me to things.
Oh yeah, to see that. When's the last time you've been to Ocean View?
Oh man, it's been a while.
Because I was gonna say, what's that remind you of in Cali? How Ocean View's going? In
Um,
San Diego, it's like a
that
little
has-
beach town.
It is.
Well, you got here in time, right, to watch everything just change.
East Beach, and now it's going this way. The wave
Yes.
is just growing, like
Yeah.
drastically.
It's
yeah.
his own little beach area. It kind of does remind me of like PB-ish, like in
Yeah, I
PB,
was
like-
here. I would say April was like the last time I was at that pier restaurant. I don't know the name of it, but
Yeah,
I was
know.
there.
The Ocean View Pier.
Is that what it's called?
Maryland.
No, there's two of them.
Okay, yeah, you're
There's
right.
two of them.
There's two.
But yeah, that's its own thing, right? And you don't think about it. And we have an office in City Center in Newport News, and I never even visited that area until we were shopping commercial space. And I was like, I didn't even know this was here in Newport News. City Center's a vibe.
All right, last but not least, Stormy, you're killing in the area. You're an amazing young African American woman pushing forward to make sure that we can keep everyone aware of the dope stuff that's happening in Hampton Roads. Right now, you're focusing more so on, let's just call it the food vibes. If you can pivot to making more awareness on something else that you are really passionate about, what would it be?
I would say like health and cooking. So I have been cooking a lot more at home just because it kind of is my peace. When I'm cooking, I'm not on my phone and I'm not worried about social media.
Fair.
Okay.
Because I can't, because I have to focus.
Yeah.
So that's become really peaceful for me to just cook a meal and just be in the kitchen for hours. No phone, no nothing. So I love that. So I would love to show some cooking content because I've been on my chef stuff. So I
okay.
would love to show cooking content. But I've been more intentional with my eating because I have lupus.
Okay.
So I try to eat a lot of like anti-inflammatory foods
Okay.
and just be more intentional with what I have going on. So I think I would love to introduce that and showcase that
Nice.
part of me.
Well, Stormy, we want to tell everybody where they can find you at.
Okay, yes. So you can follow me on Instagram at _Stormy Blue. Stormy is with a Y, not a I or IE. And then on TikTok, it's at Stormy Blue, and then it has 2 E's at the end. So
That was a horrible segue to getting her content, by the way. I just want to make sure to let you know.
Oh, all right,
That-
then
that-
let's
that-
do it.
That wasn't good.
Edit that,
was-
please.
That wasn't good.
Let's
at
go.
all. Per-
I'm just worried about that camera.
Fair enough. Well, Stormy, we appreciate you coming on the show today, being our first guest in our new studio. By
Yes.
the way, are the vibes okay? Did it feel cool
it
in
was
here?
great.
All right.
It is very bougie, like you mentioned in the beginning.
Right.
Because I
Is
saw,
it?
y'all, they can change the music on this, on their
Yes,
table.
we
That's
can.
crazy.
And you didn't see the refrigerator in
They
there
got
too.
Yeah,
money
fridge
here.
and all that.
They got money.
We,
Okay.
we bought this on Temu. You know, it just
Yeah,
came
it's
in the
Temu.
other
Fridge
day.
too?
That's-
Yeah.
Oh my, a fridge table that you could change the music on. What? Oh wow. Okay.
plenty
Well,
of
there you
space.
have it. You got everything that you need
Charge
here
it.
at Iron Valley.
And next time when you come here, you'll be able to cook on it too, so we can do some
Oh,
of your
there we
content.
go.
Oh
All right?
wow. Look, everything you need here at Iron Valley.
But what's your social media that you have out there right now that you want everyone to follow? YouTube, IG, TikTok, the whole 9 yards.
Follow me on Instagram at _Stormy Blue with a Y, not an I or IE. And then follow me on on TikTok at Stormy Blue with 2 E's at the end.
Any dope events you have coming up that you want anyone to know about, that you're a part of or affiliated with or potentially working on?
At the moment, I'm just ending the year strong with some giveaways I got coming up, but working on a lot of plans for 2026. So perhaps expect content, seminars, workshops,
Good idea.
networking, content creator group. So, expect a lot of content from me in 2026.
Idea. We want to get you come back, and when we do our trainings, which we do every Friday, we would love to be your test dummies on that content,
Okay.
so you can practice on it in front of a live audience. I'm not
Okay.
even joking,
Okay.
because you'll see exactly what I mean. We're more than happy to have you back, and we would more than happy to take care of you,
Okay, test dummies. Okay.
because that's what we do. We just fail forward, right? We try until it
That's
works
all
out.
lessons.
That's all it's
Yeah.
about.
No, that is true. No,
Yeah.
for sure. And you
Well,
guys can let me know what you think of it. If the course is Iron Valley certified, then I'm
Boom.
ready.
We got
Yeah.
you. Stormy, thank you for coming on today. We really
Thank you for
appreciate
having
you.
me.
Everybody, we appreciate you tuning in today. Edgar the Sphere Munez, we always love you being on the show. Guys, you saw our first studio. We got our first episode here. We're going to keep it going until we pass 100 episodes and then 1,000 and more. Obviously, I'm going to keep going as long as I can keep my hair. Once I look like Edgar, I'm probably going to retire. But as of right now, we're good to go. DJ Julian Rivera, Instagram, TikTok, X, the whole 9 yards. Signing out. Have a good one. Your Peak Life. Follow us. Apple Music, YouTube, and Spotify. Peace.
All right.